for my garbage person of the week, we have a classic case of like father, like son. And so today the son is going to be going in the trash. This is actually the son of the president. He put this video up. Of that perspective, I don't like it at all. That's not why he's going in the trash, but it should be enough by itself.
If you put the microphone up to that photo, you can just hear it go.
I'm doing all of my shows like this from now on. But anyway, while he looks like human garbage in that's not why he's here. He is because he is actually human garbage. And the most recent reminder of that is this video.
These people are truly morons. You know what I mean? And I like how they go after Scott Atlas because he's not an epidemiologist, but Sanjay Gupta now magically is. I mean, give me a break, Laura. The reality is this. If you look, I put it up on my Instagram a couple days ago because I went through the CDC data because I kept hearing about new infections. But I was like, well, why aren't they talking about deaths? Oh, because the number is almost nothing. Because we've gotten control of this thing. We understand how it works. They have the therapeutics to be able to deal with this. If you look at that, look at my Instagram. It's gone to almost nothing.
Okay, no. So the thing is, if you look at his Instagram, you will not see evidence that it's gone to almost nothing. You've seen evidence that he rests his phone on his belly as he films Instagram videos, you'll get that. But we decided that since he said that yesterday, we'd look at the actual numbers for yesterday and see whether the president's adult son has a point there. And it turns out he does not. That nobody that's being affected by coronavirus, no. There were 88.5 thousand cases, 46,000 people in hospitals, and the death toll reported yesterday was 1,049. Another day in a long string of days of more than 1,000 Americans dying in just a single day. If that graphic could have been from September or June or April, because 1,000 people have died on so many days. And Don Jr. coking his way through an interview isn't gonna change that fundamental fact. Now, there have been some changes in terms of where people are getting sick. So there's some parts of the country where you should be much more on your guard than you probably are, because a lot of people don't seem to get that this is changing. But if you take a look at this, the number of people per capita hospitalized in the Midwest has now surpassed its own spring peak, as well as any time in the West. So you can see that the geographic nature of this thing, that's changing. The fact that so many people are getting sick and hospitalized and indeed still dying, that has not gone away, no matter what Don Jr. wants to say.
There's so much amazing stuff in that video. First of all, how many times, it's like so sad because how many times did he say, look at my Instagram, please look at my Instagram. Eric was on Laura Ingraham the day before going, no one's retweeting me anymore. And it's like, wow, it's interesting that when Twitter makes tweaks to the way that you retweet stuff, making it harder for bots, suddenly you're complaining about less engagements. Fewer engagements. Like, no, it's very obvious. And I do want to point out what he's wearing because he wears this on everything. That is, I don't know if it's a t-shirt, a fleece, and then some kind of Team Trump jacket with his name on it.
Windbreaker?
I don't know if that's, first of all, you're in a studio. The only explanation I can come up with, there's two collars, right? Like, do you remember that old meme? Are you cool or are you 4 popped collars cool? He is 4 popped collars cool. And the two explanations are he's in a studio wearing a fleece under a jacket. Or
that's weird.
He has a fleece, he has a jacket where there is a Dickie style fleece built in and sewn into the underside of it.
I choose that reality. He has a fleece sewn into his windbreaker.
Because he was wearing the same thing like 4 days. Like when I did the Sunday stream, he was wearing this exact outfit, and I thought it was like, all right, so today he's wearing one fleece under it, whatever. He didn't have time, but no, he has a lack of performance fleece on.
Oh my God! Crimson Countess on Twitch says members only half zip fleece. We need a Dragon Squad members only half zip fleece. But anyway, all of what you said is true. Arguably not the biggest reason he's garbage there, but yes, he's garbage for multiple reasons.
You covered all the other ones. Obviously, he can't say it's almost nothing, but this is what they're trying. They're sitting there, they're huddled under a table, hoping that it holds up to the earthquake.
Somebody just said, is horrible says, Fashion Police, new TDR segment. Don't make me bring back trendy or trashy. I'll do it. I used to have a fashion segment. Anyway, okay, so yeah, absolute garbage. They're going to continue lying in the run up to the election. Again, the stakes in terms of coronavirus, if Trump wins, is hundreds of thousands of additional deaths. But also him and Eric, what they've been plugging on the show to me reads as they sort of get that the door is shutting and they are trying to extract as much clout as possible on the way out. Like they're stuffing snacks in their pockets as they leave the venue. Anyway, those are our garbage people, but what about Dragon Squad? Many of you, 22,000 of you went and voted on the community tab of our YouTube channel. And let's see, in 5th place this week is Tiffany Trump at 4% for pretending to be an ally of the LGBTQ community. In 4th place, we have Mark Meadows at 5% for his not controlling the virus comments. I had forgotten about that. That was crazy. In 3rd place, you have Mike Pence at 8% for continuing to hold super spreader events even after his own office is now riddled with coronavirus. In 2nd place, you have Jared Kushner at 16% for being an unqualified idiot, which was more on display this week than normal, but was no more true this week than normal. But at number 1, 67% of the vote, a dominating win for the GOP for rushing through Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation and then quickly adjourning because that was the only thing they cared about. Garbage. Absolute garbage. And by the way, thank you to Norma, who apparently created that trashy emote. I hadn't known that. I love it. It's awesome. And you can get it by being a Twitch subscriber at twitch.tv/TYT. Get access to that and a bunch of other emotes that a bunch of people have made.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.